Mr. Rankin.
Hello there, sir.
How are you doing?
Very well indeed.
Looking very stylish.
Well, I have to keep up appearances because now I've fallen in with some rather posh friends and I have a rather large following of Hollywood types. It's always necessary to look one's best.
So for those who don't know you, can you give us a quick idea of, well, who are you and what's all this book stuff about?
Yes, my name is Robert Rankin and I consider myself to be the world's leading author in the far-fetched fiction field. And because I am the only author in the far-fetched fiction field, and when I started to write about 25 years ago, the idea was to create a new sort of genre which nobody had done before, and then I would have my own special shelf in Smith's. But I don't have my own shelf. You keep that camera on me. It is still on me, isn't it? Yes, yes, that's good. And so I don't have my own special shelf instead. I am in the science fiction section, but I have written now 29 books, and one of which is the Brightonomicon, which I am extremely thrilled to say is now currently being made into a wonderful audio masterpiece. It begins here on Brighton Pier. It begins here on St Valentine's Day in the year 1960, and it's what happens when a young man comes down with his girlfriend to spend a weekend on the pier, a romantic weekend for two, and begins on the Friday night by getting thrown off the pier and is rescued by Hugo Rune. And from then his adventures spread across Brighton and encompasses what is called the Brightonomicon, which is the Brighton Zodiac. Within the streets of Brighton, there are all the figures of a major zodiac. Trace various streets around the White Hawk, and there's 12 in all. And they have an adventure for each of the 12 signs of the zodiac. And finally, at the end of all this wild excitement, it ends here on the pier 1 year later on St Valentine's Day the following year. Now standing near in the very eye of the Handled Hound, which stars in the first 2 episodes, that's episodes 1 and 2, and this is where our heroes first encounter Mr. Orion and the first bit of spaniel involvement. And it's to do with the Russian spaniels, which fit inside each other and inside each other and inside each other and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. Very scary. Don't come so close. Don't come so close. Step back. And the very house is just over here. Behold! The Great Withdean Stadium. Within the Withdean Stadium, the World Croquet Championships with the other Father Anetti. This is the episode which has Laszlo Woodbine, Private Eye, and involves Colonel Mortimer with one of those special guns that Colonel Mortimers always have, shooting. Bang. Just like that. One of the more exciting chapters. Can I get down now?
Tell us, who does Rizzler pretend that he believe that he is in this episode?
He believes he's Laszlo Woodbine, who's the world famous Private Eye.
Careful,
And,
he's off,
yeah,
he's
it's
off.
okay. I think I won't be too bad. And yes, it's Withdean Stadium, and it's just down there. And that's yes, just down there. Okay, here behind me, you'll see the West Pier, the ruins of the West Pier. What makes the series so realistic, of course, is the fact that the West Pier was destroyed by the saucy spaniel firing chain shot at the pier to rescue Rune and Rizzler from Count Otto Black, who was attacking them in a large steam-driven Victorian robot. I hope this all makes a lot of sense, but as you can see, the proof is in the damage, the proof is in the ruination. It's got to be true.
Hang on, we're in a car park, Rob. Why are we in a car park?
We're in a car park because behind us, Pendleton Manor. Pendleton Manor, where the toffs hang out, where the big swells in fact hang out, where the big cheeses and the big knots hang out. And in one of our episodes, our gallant heroes come to this very manor house and they get involved in a case of poltergeist, monsters, beasties and all kinds of horrors. And it's one of those ones where there's lots of blood and guts and virtually everybody in the whole chapter gets murdered. It's fabulous, it's great, and it just makes me want to sing and dance.
Right, yeah. I think we've had enough, Rob.
Back to the car.
Yep, let's go. Rob, get out of the car.
No, I can't get out of the car, Neil.
Why not?
We're in Moulscombe.
Yes.
Moulscombe's a very dangerous place, okay? It's a very, very dangerous place.
Looks all right to me.
No, trust me. This is the case with the crab, the horrible crab, the space crabs. And this is the one where Bartholomew the Bog Troll, his brother, has been captured and destroyed by the space crabs. And they come to this. This is, I say, the most dangerous place. It's really, really dangerous, Neil. I'm not staying here, actually.
No, well, let me get in then.
No, I can't wait. I can't.
Rob, come back! Well, Rob's gone, and I'm in Moulscombe. Wish me well.
This is part of the Bevendine microclimate. All times of the year we have snow wolves, we have white tigers. It's always freezing cold up here. And this is the area where the small pub, the tiny Atlantean, which turns out to be the top, because this is the part of the where the Bevendine Bat is, you see. And the Bevendine Bat is in fact a bathysphere, which is an underground subterranean ark powered by nuclear energy, owned by Count Otto Black, part of his world domination scheme. The top of it's a little deck, you know, like in Noah's Ark, and that's the little pub. And it's just behind that building.
Just behind there?
Yeah, but I don't know how to get there. Can we go somewhere in the warm depths?
Yeah, it's getting a bit cold, isn't it? Come on. Where are we, Rob? Tell us where we are.
We're
What's this number
outside
49?
49 Grand Parade. I had an office here for 3 years during my sober period. This is the rooms, Hugo room, are upstairs here. A great deal of the action takes place in here. A great deal of sitting around breakfasting takes place in here. Sitting down reading the newspapers, working out what's going to happen in the next case. Across there we can see the pavilions. Across there we just look right through there, you can see the famous statue of Queen Victoria that weeps Earl Grey tea, and the entrance to somewhere around is a small hatchway which goes down to the sewers where the evil Count Otto and his nuclear powered subterranean ark lurk right below here, this very ground here. So you can see, very, very exciting. I expect in the future probably a point of pilgrimage amongst many thousand fans.
Maybe.
A plaque, I think, a Hugo Room plaque here, and a point of pilgrimage, many thousands coming down, charabancs, that kind of stuff here.
Rob, we seem to be in a pub.
Oh, thank God, yes, we're in Fangio's bar. And yes, I think we've done half of the Brighton Zodiac, perhaps not all. What would you like to talk to me about in this pub?
Well, tell us a little bit more about the general storyline of the book. Just sum it up for us.
Okay. Way back in the 1920s, there was a woman called Catherine Maltwood. And Catherine Maltwood believed that all around Glastonbury was a huge zodiac written into the landscape. And so, when planes flew over and photographed it, she stuck all the photographs up on the wall, she traced them all off, and she found a very convincing zodiac. In the 1950s, there was another woman, Mary Kane. She thought there'd be one in Kingston, and so she checked all the survey maps, and there, when you draw around particular landscapes, and if you look in the right places, you'll find a zodiac. When I moved to Brighton, I thought, I wonder if there's a zodiac in Brighton. So, got out a big map of Brighton, screw up your eyes a little and look, and there's a little, oh, look, there's a crab, and there's a bat, and there's a man, each in the lines of the street. So the book is about 12 zodiac signs written into the streets of Brighton. Each one is a case which Hugo Rune and Rizzler solve. So there's 12 exciting cases, and this has been perfect to turn into radio because it's 13 episodes, you see, 12 cases, an extra episode. Perfect, isn't it? This doesn't exist. This series has not existed before. There's nothing like it. You could say something a vaguest bit like it would have been, say, like The Hitchhiker's Guide, which is now 25 years old or something. But nobody's made a radio series like this before. Nobody's made an audio series like this before. It's comedy, it's occult, it's fantasy, it's adventure, it's English, but it's kind of universal. So it's it's not like anything. It's hard to pin it down to what it is. You can pin it down and say it's comedy fantasy. You can point at the people who are in it, which gives it the credentials that it needed. You know, these guys won't be in tut. They're not that desperate for the money. You know, they're quite choosy about what they're in. It's fun, it's fantastic, and it's for you.
And so we leave Robert Rankin, the man behind the book, in his natural environment.
Yes.
The pub.
Yes.
With a pint.
Yes.
Talking toot.
Thank you.
Farewell.
Goodbye.